Most of you don't know that's possible to install Bonsai in 6 different ways. Yes, I know you can see here 5 on my screen, but there is one more. And these are the more advanced ones that are listed here. And the basic one, the default one, is not even described here. Yes, I know that can be a blessing or a curse. A blessing because it's available for many people in different ways, and many people can install it in different ways, like I mentioned. But at the same time, it might also be overwhelming for most, let's say, users who are not really used with these kind of things. But yeah, without further ado, let's go over these ways to install Bonsai. I'm going to start with the one that is not even mentioned here, and that one is from the official page from bonsaibim.org or from the Blender extension. The easiest way is to do it is to install it from Blender extension. So inside Blender, you go to extensions and you install it from there. That's the stable version, okay? Which is released, I don't know, every second month or something like that. There is not guaranteed interval, but most of the time it's released like every second month or something like that. And it's called stable because it's usually released after a bunch of things are fixed and new features are implemented. But again, this software is still alpha, not even beta, so remember that even in that phase, most of the time I think actually the version becomes more robust 2 or 3 weeks after a stable release, because a lot of feedback is gathered in those few weeks and fixed. So that's the easy way, the simple approach for most users, right? Then let's go here, and I'm going to go very quick over just the brief description right here. And we have the unstable installation, which is the one that so far I prefer. This is the one that I use so far the most, but I do have a second candidate that I want to explore in the near future, okay? So who is this recommended for? This is the unstable installation, and it's recommended for power users helping with testing. The other one is the other way of installing Bonsai is bundling for Blender, and this is recommended for distributing the add-on. And the next one is live development environment, which is recommended for developers who are actively coding. This one, the package installation, is recommended for those who are using a package manager. And the last one, the bleeding edge installation, merges all open non-draft pull requests automatically. So let's go over this, okay? You can install it for many operating systems, let's say, because yeah, I don't know all of them, but yeah. The unstable version, this is the one that I have. And what does this have? It's almost the same as the stable installation, but there are typically updates every day. So when some bugs are fixed, when some new features are fixed, and they are reviewed and they are pushed into this version right here. So this is the one that I use the most and the longest, okay? I think using the stable one, I don't like it because I'm missing out in the fixes and the new features that are getting implemented in the unstable version. So that's why I prefer this. From all this entire list, this thing right here is the newest one. So yeah, maybe that gives you a hint. I'm not going to go over how to install this. If you want, I already have, I think, few videos on how to install it, the unstable version. Then, if it's something else important here, no, but this is, like I mentioned, it has the steps. Then bundling for Blender, what is this? Instead of waiting for an official release on the Bonsai website, it's possible to make your own Blender add-on from bleeding edge source code of Bonsai. Bonsai is coded in Python and doesn't require any compilation, so this is relatively easy process. Again, this might be for more tech-savvy people. I never tried to do this, so I don't know what to say. I don't know why should I do that when the unstable version is so easy to install for myself. So yeah, I didn't try, but you have this as the third option, okay? Then let's go over the live development environment. This is for coders, okay? This is for coders, for programmers who want to update instantly to the latest update and to maybe contribute, maybe comment, maybe, yeah, modify things and keep it on their computer. So again, yes, I did have this. I experimented this, and this works pretty well. But I just have it to have a more streamlined or quicker way instead of updating through the unstable version. But again, for me, still the unstable version is the default, because I always I was doing this once in a while, and then when I wanted to update, I forgot how to do it, and I had to go and to talk to Claude or ChatGPT, and it was annoying. So I kept the unstable. I know what I get when I use that, and it's very straightforward and easy to use. That's what I settled for, and I have been doing that for a few years now. Yeah, so the package installation, this goes into Arch Linux, Chocolate on Windows, and Fedora Linux. This is fully contained in the Bonsai is fully contained in Bonsai subfolder in Blender add-ons directory. This is typically distributed as a zip file as per Blender and add-ons conventions. Yeah, what should I say? Again, this feels like an overkill. Why would you do that? I think this is for people who really know, who are programmers most of the time, I guess, who have background in programming and understand and need this kind of environments to use this. Again, I'm just making a list of what is possible. I'm not saying that you should go and use this. I told you, as a BIM professional, I think the unstable version is the decent, very good approach. And then you have also the live development. If you are also wanting to modify some stuff and so on, that could be an approach as well. But they now have also, now we get to the last option of this, and that's Bonsai PR, Bonsai pull request, bleeding edge installation. I didn't test this out, and actually the reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to understand better how Bonsai PR works, and I want to give it a try in the near future. So I think the next video I'm going to do, or one of the following videos I'm going to do, is going to be about this, where I'm going to see how it is, the process, the installation process, and then also how to use it. There is something important about this, so let's go over this, okay? Because actually that's kind of the main reason why I made this. But since I saw that entire list, I thought maybe it's good that you also see different ways of installing Bonsai. Bonsai PR is a community-maintained build that automatically merges open pull requests from IFC OpenShell repository into a single installable add-on. It is intended for power users and testers who want to try the latest community contributions before they are officially reviewed and merged. So that's extremely important to understand. In the unstable version, you get only what has been approved by the people who have that responsibility and that kind of access, okay? In this one, you get everything that somebody has submitted, okay? So you get absolutely everything, and that can be good or bad. So let's have a look. Why Bonsai PR exists. Many excellent pull requests are submitted by contributors, but core maintainers have limited time for timely reviews. As a result, pull requests often sit unmerged, contributors lose momentum, and valuable work risks being forgotten. Actually, this is pretty important, right? Because maybe some people are submitting some nice features that no one uses for a few months, and then they lose any hope that they get any feedback, so they give up developing the project. So actually, it's quite important, it sounds like. Bonsai PR addresses this by providing bleeding edge build that merges all open, non-draft PRs automatically. Power users can install this build to test multiple pull requests together, helping catch issues earlier and reducing the load on core developers. Warning, you must enable either Bonsai or Bonsai PR, but not both at the same time. So in Blender, inside Blender, we have to disable one. We can't have both at the same time. If we enable both, it can cause conflicts or unexpected behavior to switch between them. Disable the active one before enabling the other. On a regular basis, and whenever a PR is opened or modified, an automated system clones the IFC OpenShell repository and merges all open non-drafted pull requests, builds the resulting add-on for all the supported platforms, publishes the results as a release on Bonsai PR page, which is here. And we can see here, When was this? Yesterday. Yeah. The list of branches is also published here. Each release includes a full report listing the PRs were merged successfully, which were skipped, the draft, for example, and which failed. So yeah, you have, then it shows it how to do it here. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of this, guys. The idea is that this thing is here so that you can get access to almost everything, and then see if it's something useful, provide feedback or something like that. So I'm looking forward to installing and testing the PR version and see if it's something that I can work with. If you're interested in that, stay tuned because that video is going to drop pretty soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you up in the next one.